All right, and we are live. So, Commanders versus Chiefs. Big game for both these teams. Obviously, you have the Commanders who have been struggling mightily so far this year, and you have the Chiefs that absolutely dominated last week. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes. Obviously, with Jayden Daniels being out, it's assumed that the Commanders will absolutely look terrible, but who knows? Up to 35 to 40, up to about the 43-yard line, and that's going to be Ed McCaffrey, not Ed McCaffrey, sorry, that's the father, Luke McCaffrey with the return. And so the Commanders actually start with the ball at pretty decent field position. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Like I said, Marcus Mariota is the quarterback for the Commanders. It will be a shock, but a welcome one if the Commanders can pull this one off. Like I said, I think I had like 27-17, something like that. Picking the Chiefs, but if they can somehow win, I'll be happy. So from the 43, shotgun formation, Krosky Merritt to his left, two tight end set to the left. Going to send McLaurin in motion over to the right. Going to be a quick throw. It's going to be a Deebo Samuel who gets up to about the 49-yard line. So nice scan about 6 again. Two tight ends to the left. Krosky Merritt to his left. Mariota in shotgun formation. Going to send Ertz into motion. No, actually, no. Other guy, sorry. Mariota rolls to the left, and he's going to get the first. Oh, actually, no, going to mark him short. Third down about inches. About one. But third and 1 to inches for the Commanders near the 47, 48-yard line. All right, two tight ends to the right. Tailback to the right. Marcus Mariota going to be a handoff. That's going to be Krosky Merritt, who's going to get the first down to the 45-yard line. First down and 10 for the Commanders. And they're on the Chiefs side of the field. So, Commanders with a great kick return by Luke McCaffrey. Gets up to like 43. They get a first down. Now they're up to the 45-yard line of the Chiefs. See if they can do anything with it. So, 11:30. Going to send Deebo in motion over to the left. And going to be a flash pass. He's got all-time throws. He's going to check it down to Deebo Samuel, who's going to make, not really a man miss, but he gets about 5 yards there up to the 40-yard line. So second down to 5. Like I said, if the Commanders can somehow win this game, I'll be so happy. Like I said, technically, I don't want the Commanders to win because the more they win, the more closer they'll be to potentially getting a playoff spot. But for the Chiefs, I would like for the Chiefs to lose. So second down and 5 from the 40-yard line. Pistol formation, two tight end set. Going to have Krosky Merritt behind him. Going to be a handoff to Krosky Merritt, who's going to try the left side. Doesn't really get much. Gets about like maybe 2. About 2 yards there. So third down 3. Tackle there, but it looks like Leo Chanel, I think. What's up there, Daniel? How you doing? Happy Monday. Everything's going good. Third down 3. 12:05 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. Looks like McNichol's the one that's to the left of him. Going to be a QB power. He's going to get the first down up to about the 30-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Commanders. They're well into Chiefs range. Obviously, a note is that they don't have Matt Gay, so they had to go with a backup kicker. So that's something to look out for. But so far, they're able to move the ball down the field. I mean, that's an amazing hole by the Commanders there. I mean, this is part of the Red Sea right there for Marcus Mariota. So, going to be first down 10 from they marked him at the 31-yard line. From the 31-yard line, 11:20 left to go in the first quarter. I'm going to send Deebo Samuel in motion over to the left. And going to be a quick throw out to Luke McCaffrey up to about the 25 and down about the 22. Nope. Mark him at 23. So he's second down 2 to the 8-yard gain. Nice play there. Nice little bubble screen. Second down 2. Like I said, Commanders are moving down the field, so I'm happy about that. Krosky Merritt See if he gets another touch. They're saying second down and 1. Krosky Merritt to his right, two tight and set to the left. Marcus Mariota surveying the field. Got kind of a weird stance. I just realized that. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be Krosky Merritt. He's going to get up to the 20 and kind of slip through, get down to the 19-yard line. First down 10 for the Commanders. Commanders, I got to be honest. I did not see this happening. It's just early in the game, but they're moving the ball with ease. Hopefully they can capitalize. Yeah. Wait, Krosky Merritt's from Montgomery? I did not know that Krosky Merritt was from Montgomery. Oh. I had to check and see where he went to school. So now they said the 18. I don't know why they marked it at 19. I guess 18-yard line. First down 10. Shotgun formation. Marcus Mariota drops back to pass. Going to be a screen pass. Oh. Picked off. Not even Marcus Mariota's fault. It is a screen pass that was thrown to Deebo Samuel, who popped it up in the air. He dropped it. I think it bounced off his knee. Popped up in the air. Picked off. How? I mean, no, it literally bounces off. Right, it's right here. It bounces off, hits him in the helmet. I think it's Mike Dana. Well, that's a drive killer. That's for sure. That's a drive killer. I don't know how in the world that happens. All right, I gotta check and see. I did not know that Krosky Merritt was from Montgomery. Hold a second. Krosky. Is he from Percy Julian? Montgomery. Oh, Sidney Lanier. Okay. Gotcha. I'm from Alabama, so that's why I saw he was from Montgomery. I was like, oh, interesting. But yeah, so Commanders actually make a decent drive out of it, get down to the 18-yard line, and then unfortunately, and we talked this before. If there's an interception that happens because a wide receiver does a dumb decision, should it really count against a QB? Like, that's a good pass right here to Deebo Samuel. Goes right through his hands, hits him in the helmet, and it bounces off. I mean, it's not really Marcus Mariota's fault. So, I don't know. But yeah, so they're going to get the ball back at, I think they moved up to about the 30-something yard line. So when we come back to this commercial break, Chiefs are going to have the ball, unfortunately, at like the 30-something yard line. So hopefully the Commanders defense can show up because they have not. Now, granted, like I said, they did play the Commanders last week, but it was not good. Not good at all. Also, I don't know why Walmart is already doing the Christmas ads. Why are we doing Christmas ads so early? Early, like I said, I understand. After Halloween, there's a lot of Christmas ads because they kind of just like bypass Thanksgiving. But like, it hasn't even been Halloween yet. Why do we already have Christmas ads? I don't know. It gets earlier and earlier every single year. Yeah, they're showing it right now. Like I said, just literally bounces off of Deebo right into the hands. So from the 32-yard line, first down 10, shotgun formation. Patrick Mahomes going to hand the ball off to Isaiah Pacheco. Gets about 3 yards there. Second down 7. By the way, like I said, I got Patrick Mahomes for fantasy, but I absolutely crushed fantasy this week. I have 150 even before Mahomes plays. That's how good I'm doing. So from the essentially the game only 2 yards there. Second down 8 from the 34. Shotgun formation, drops back to pass, and get some kind of pressure, and he's going to get sacked. And that's back to the 31-yard line. And is that Martin? Yes, it is. It is Martin with that one. Good. Look at there. Number 55. Um, I will say, like I said, Josh Simmons is not playing because he. It says some kind of personal matter, so I don't know what he's not there for. But Moore, who was their free agency pickup from the Chiefs, he got absolutely obliterated there. So third down 10, back at about the 31.5 yard line. Shotgun formation going to send Hollywood Brown to motion to the left, draws back a pass, and is going to scramble. Going to scramble up to the left. He's going to run up to the 35, up to the 40, and he's going to, yeah, he's going to be close. It depends. It depends on the spot. All right, so they're going to mark him short. Mahomes is saying he's like, hey, y'all should give me the first down. I don't know if it is. It's really sitting close though. It's really close. So let's see here. He rolls out. I said he definitely gets up to the 40, and then the hit right there. Uh, mm, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh, keep it going. Keep going back. That's that. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't show it even more. But okay, whatever. Uh, some games yesterday, huh? What a day to have been born in Georgia. Oh, buddy, dude. Change my profile picture because this is how the Falcons got me feeling. Unfortunately, I cannot see it that well. My laptop's kind of small. I did see you change it, and I was like, oh, okay. If you could describe it to me, what does it look like? Unfortunately, I cannot see it. Mine is like trying to see that. That's how it looks like to me. Um, but yeah, no, dude, we'll talk about Emmanuel. That the Falcons game, the Bears game, because like I said, whenever Dobie gets in, Panthers game, which like at least the Panthers game is somewhat understandable because like we didn't have Bryce and playing against a good team, but the Dolphins, dude, like oh crap, Larry Tunsil's going to the back. Oh, that's not good. No, Larry Tunsil walk into the locker room. That's not good. Um, and then quick quick time to go into fourth and 1 for the Chiefs. I mean that's an amazing hole right there. Great job by Moore. After getting absolutely whooped by Martin on pass protection, he just absolutely just cleared away. So first down 10 with the 46, shotgun formation with going to be a handoff. That's going to be Smith, Bashard Smith, who's going to get like maybe a yard, maybe. Great job there by Jar Newton. Has to be second down and 9. It's an update. It's an upside down Falcons logo. Oh, I can see it now. And don't drink, but man, I'm going to chug a butt ton of soda. What kind of soda? We talked about this before with Dobie and Zoe, but what's your soda of choice? Mine depends on my mood. 6:30 left to go in the first quarter. Second down 9. Under center, going to send Worthy into motion. Going to be a play action pass, and he's going to chuck it down the field. Wide open is Worthy. Why is he so wide open? Down to the 21-yard line. That's a first down for. Oh my gosh! Just did the 6-7. First down 10 for the 21-yard line for the Chiefs. It was a wheel. It looked like a wheel route. I don't know why nobody picked him up. Because it came on the cut. Like I said, it came on the after that. It's like I like with the left side. That's gonna bring up third with the left side. That's gonna bring up third down 10. That's once again, I believe that's more down 10. That's once again, I believe that's Martin who will get the pressure once again. Let's see here. Yep, it's Martin. I mean, he is just he is. I mean, he is working. He is working more. If they can consistently get pressure, and it's going to throw. But Commanders able to get a turnover and save what could have been a scoring drive. Yeah, I keep on mixing up Marshawn and Marcus because, like I said, whenever I think of Lattimore, I think about the running back, Marshawn Lattimore, and then Marcus Lattimore, the cornerback. I don't know why I keep messing those up. I can't do anything but laugh. It's so Jover. It's never been more Jover. The Falcon season is over. I will not hear anything other. I've finally given in. I held out long enough. Hashtag fire Raheem Morris. Emmanuel. Emmanuel, man. Like, I mean, it's not looking good. We will not get better with this current coaching staff. No shot. We need to change a head coach, offense coordinator, obviously. Maybe even GM since Terry hired them. I lost faith. I thought the Panthers game would be a season low. I kind of thought so too. Here's the deal. I want to show you something. Yes, there's a hard road ahead. But there's a chance. Now, when I say there's a chance, I'm saying there's a chance that you can help out the Panthers because like I said, you're probably not going to be able to win anything. But there's a chance that you can help us out. There's a chance you can help us out. I mean, if you just somehow beat the Buccaneers on that Thursday night football game, and the Panthers can get some wins, because like I said, we'll lose to we'll lose to the Packers for sure. But let's just say we beat the Saints, and then we beat the Falcons, and so we'll see for the series. They will be back up above 500. We'll be back above 500 with a tough test ahead where you got the 49ers and the Rams. But then after that, it's the 4-game stretch of you got the Buccaneers, you got the Saints again. Well, no, I think it's the Saints, then the Buccaneers. Yeah, the Saints, Buccaneers, the Seahawks, and the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers on that Thursday night football game that you're playing each other, that would be great. That's all we really need from you. That's all we really need from you. A wake-up call, but it was only the tip of the iceberg. It can get better. Will it? Maybe not, but it could get better. First down 10, pistol formation, 2 tight end set. Going to be a handoff to Krosky-Mary. He's going to bounce off to the left side and gets up to about the 11. Pretty decent game there, about 4-yard gain. Like, okay, look. Here's the other thing, too. Okay. Yes, it's supposed to be a winnable game, and your season would have likely been in a much better situation. However, it's not the end of the world. Do you have to play the Colts in, overseas? Sure, not the greatest, but the season's not technically over. Could be, not technically. From the 11-yard line, second down 6 to that 4-yard gain. Under center, going to be a toss. That's going to be to Krosky-Merritt, who gets up to about the 15-yard line. So nice gain there. Third down and 2. I'm saying the season is lost because this year was playoffs or bust. No first. Finally having a mediocre defense. We have the offensive talent, but we have a donkey at offense corner and a word salad expert at head coach. Word salad expert. I like that. That is pretty fair. That is pretty fair to explain the coach speak. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with coach speak, but when it's a constant thing and nothing ever gets changes, then it gets kind of annoying. Empty set, third down 2. Marcus Mariota drops back a pass and is going to roll out to his right, throws, and that's going to be caught, and that's going to be a first down up to about the 30, up to about the 35, and down to about the 40-yard line. And that's McNichols with the catch and run. So, first down 10 for the Commanders. 3:55 would go in the first quarter. Hey, Commanders, let's keep on going. McNichols with the catch. But yeah, like I said, we could talk about the next commercial break, but you still have a chance, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And yeah, that giving up the first round pick, what could potentially be if it gets worse for the Falcons, then yeah. Pistol formation, gonna be a play action pass, and he's gonna roll it to his right, gonna try to avoid the sack, and he's gonna throw on the run. That's gonna be caught. Well, see, he's got 2 feet in. Did McCaffrey get 2 feet in? And I think they say yes. First down 10. Great toe tap by McCaffrey. Oh, wow. That's nice. So first down 10 for the Commanders after that gain of about, let's see, what was that? About 15? 15 to 16 yards? So up to the 44-yard line, going to be a keeper. Well, actually, a throw it to Ertz, who's going to get about 5 yards there, and it's going to be second down and 5. 2 field goals to go in the first quarter. Commanders are once again driving the ball, which is something that I was not thinking was going to happen. And, hey, like I said, hopefully you can capitalize. Because you didn't with Debo. So 4-yard gain, second down 6. It's Zach Ertz's 13th season. Goodness gracious. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be Krosky Merritt, who's going to get. Oh, actually, no, it's not Krosky Merritt. That's that's Chris Rodriguez. Oh, Chris Rodriguez, number 36. Sorry about that. Gain of about 3 yards there. Third down 3. Then Nichols to his right. Marcus Mariota in a shotgun formation. Draws back a pass. I mean, goodness gracious. Immediate pressure by Karlaftis. He just whooped the dog mess out of Connerly Jr. My word. I mean, just full on bull rushed him. So it's fourth down and 6. You got a backup kicker. I don't know how comfortable you feel, so you got to go for this one. Fourth down and 6. Okay, ESPN Analytics, when does it not say to go? Pretty much every single time it says go. So, bunch to the left, shocker formation. Drops back to pass, and Marcus Mariota throws. That's going to be caught. First down, Zach Ertz. That's kind of a bad spot. He got that first down. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a first down, but not the greatest spot. So 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and Commanders continue to move the ball down the field. I don't know what we're waiting around for. Are they going to try to challenge it? I mean, I say it's pretty easy that he got that first down. They're showing it again. Like I said, there's 2 defenders, and bam. Like I said, it looks like to me that he got the first down. All right, bam, right there. Yeah, that looks like he got the first down. Sure, it's close, but I'm pretty sure he gets it. So that's what we're looking at right now. I have nothing to hang my hat on. Nothing from that game was good. I mean, that's not fair. What's up there, Zoe? How you doing? I mean, this was the fact that. All right. Chiefs are gonna get along. Sorry, we've had it once again. I think you still can. You'll still probably lose the Colts, but I think there's a chance you can kind of get back into this, make it interesting, especially if you beat the Buccaneers. Please beat the Buccaneers Thursday Night Football. Like you can still technically get into this. Is it hard? Sure, but you still could. It is an embarrassment to every single Falcons fan. I mean, yeah, kind of true. Kind of true. Like I said, you have. Okay, listen to this. Okay, right here, right now. So, you could chalk it up to, well, we didn't have Michael Penix. Well, we didn't have Drake London. Well, we're just not doing well. Okay? You got the Patriots next. Not looking good. Then you got the Colts. Not looking good. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that you're 3-6. Okay? Say you're 3-6. Then you got the Panthers. I hope you don't win, because I want us to win. But there's a chance you could win. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that you win. Okay? Say, for instance, you win. Hope you don't, but you do. Because I'll be at the game. I would suck if we lost them at the game. So you lose to the Patriots, you lose to the Colts, but you beat the Panthers. So you're 4-6. You beat the Saints, 5-6. You beat the Jets, 6-6. So with 5 games left, you could be 6-6. Mahomes throws a screen, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Loses 4 yards on the play, second down and 14. Falcons, you got Seahawks, Buccaneers, Cardinals, Rams, Saints. So you could go an easy 2-3 or 3-2, be 9-8, which is not the greatest, but you could. So, second down and 14, 25 seconds left in the first quarter before we go to TV timeout. Drops back a pass. And Mahomes throws across the middle speed to Rashee Rice up to the 41-yard line before he gets smacked. Third down and about 3. About. And we're going to go into the first quarter. So, yeah. So, like I said, you got a shot. Not the greatest, but you got a shot. Because in my mind, if you look at the Buccaneers schedule, they got a tough schedule ahead. I'm not saying they're going to free fall, but I think there's a chance. For instance, let's go over it. Buccaneers, Falcons, win. Funny jokes, Ryan. Yes, it is funny. It is very, very funny. So, Buccaneers. Buccaneers next week. Really, the next 3 weeks. Okay, so it was. So Buccaneers right now are. Well, let me see if I can pick it up. Show me what they are. It's not what I wanted. Dadgummit. That'd be fine. Let me just look it up. Buccaneers. So, Buccaneers right now are 6-2. Okay? So you're 6-2. You think you're hot. You're like, oh, I'm doing so good. Yada, yada, yada. But, over the next 3 games, Patriots, Bills, Rams. There's a legitimate chance they could lose all 3 of those games. So they're 6-2 right now. Let's say they lose those 3 games. So they lose to the Patriots, they lose to the Bills, lose to the Rams. So 6-5. Make it a little bit more, reasonable for us. And we're like, hey, we can probably, kind of get back into this division. Then the next 2 games, unfortunately, is the Cardinals and the Saints. They'll win both of those. So at that point, unfortunately, they will be 8 and 8-5. See, but yeah, 8-5, 8-5. So that's why we desperately need the Panthers. Speaking from Panthers fan, we need the Falcons to beat the Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football, and that for us to win our home game against the Buccaneers. That would be nice. Is it likely? No, but it could happen. It could. Because the Buccaneers are going to beat the Dolphins. That's pretty self-explanatory. And the Panthers have the Seahawks at that point, which is not looking great for us. But, like I said, all you need is some hope. All you need is some hope. Is hope a dangerous thing? Absolutely. But it keeps us going forward. From the 41-yard line, Mahomes drops back to pass. Quick throws to be caught by Juju Smith-Schuster up to the 46-yard line. That's a first down and 10 for the Chiefs. But yes, like I said, you never know. You never know. Like I said, the Broncos. I had 2 hunches on Sunday. I went with one of them, and I rejected the other one. And I made a mistake. First down 10 for the 45-yard line. 14:30 left to go in the second quarter. And it's going to be shotgun formation with Pacheco to his left. Going to send a Noah Gray in motion. Going to be a drop back to pass. Rolls it to his left and is going to avoid the sack. He's going to get up to about the 50. Gets pushed out. He tries to sell the flop. Gets up to about the 47-yard line, 47, 48-yard line. Look, there might have been a hold there, but there was not one called. So second down, about 4. But I had two hunches. My first hunch was, hey, I don't know why, but I feel like the Texans can be able to shut down the 49ers offense, so I should go with them. But I decided, nah. Second down, 3. Going to be a quick thrust away to Travis Kelce, who is upended for a 1-yard loss. Third down and 4 for the Chiefs. And then my second one was, I think that George Pickens is going to have a good day against Riley Moss. So you know what I should do? I should change my pick. I should change my pick where I initially with the Broncos. Now I should pick the Cowboys. I don't know why I didn't listen to the first one, but I listened to the second one. I shouldn't have, but because like I said, I should have changed the Texans. I didn't. So yeah, that's what happened to me. Well, more with my pick'ems. Third down, 4, drops back to pass, and Mahomes throws to be popped in the air, picked off at the 41-yard line. That is Bobby Wagner. Old man Bobby got himself a pick. Look at Bobby. Look at Bobby. Old man Withers. 12:59 left to go in the second quarter, and we're so happy. It's 0-0, but hey, there has been turnovers on all these drives. Now, technically, the Commanders was turnover on downs, but it's been turnovers nonetheless. This is nowhere near what I thought this game was going to be like. I thought that the Commanders would not move the ball with Marcus Mariota as a QB. Now, I will say this. I do think that a lot of people are kind of blowing the 31-0 out of proportion a lot. Because, yeah, sure. The fact that the Chiefs dominated the Raiders is like, hey, that's pretty stinking good. But saying that the Chiefs, because of that game alone, is going to be like, hey, the Chiefs are bad, baby, watch out. The Raiders have been terrible. Terrible this year. So I don't understand why it's been just so much the Chiefs are going to dominate now. No. So I thought 27-17. I was like, hey, it's going to be close. Chiefs pull it away, that kind of thing. No, not been that case. Not been that case at all. And kind of surprised. Happy for the Commanders, and I said at the very beginning, if the Commanders win, I would be very thankful, but I don't think they're going to happen. So, all right, Manuel. Yeah, hyperbole, but I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. Tired of losing in the same way every loss. Offense can't do anything, and defense gets gassed because of it. Injuries exist, but every team is beat up to heck. So that is no excuse to losing to a bottom 5 team. Bottom 5? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, bottom 5. They're showing the Berlin game right now. Because you got Dolphins, Commanders was going to Madrid, and you got Falcons, Colts going to Berlin. I'm hoping y'all don't get killed by the Colts. I'm hoping you don't. Honestly, I want you to beat the Colts. Because, look, yes, the Colts have been on an absolute tear. But outside of really 2 opponents, they've kind of played against some pretty sucky teams. I'm not trying to rain on the parade of the Colts, but at the same exact time, they almost beat the Rams, which I think was very good of them, but they still almost lost. Hey, up to the 38-yard line, that's going to be Bates. Hey, okay, they cut that really quickly. Sorry about that. First down, 10 all the way back to the 40-something yard line of the Chiefs for the Commanders there. I don't like when they do that. Just cut randomly. So up to the 37-yard line, going to be a handoff. That's actually no keeper. Go try the left side. Gets the left side to 35 to the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Second down, 2 for Marcus Mariota. But, shoot, what was I talking about? Forgot. My mind was going places, and then I tried to stop, and it just slid off the tracks. It did the Polar Express. It slid off the tracks. It kind of like the little wheelie. It's not a wheelie. What am I talking about? Yeah. So two tight ends to the left. Krosky Merritt to his right. Marcus Mariota throws a way low pass, but Debo Samuel is going to get locked up. I don't know why I said locked up. Locked up. I don't know why I keep thinking of that song, but do Akon. So that's be a loss of one. Well, technically they just still said third down two. So I guess third down 2.5. But yeah, no, I didn't. What's crazy is that in the Panthers game, the defense only gave up 23. That was a season high. Then the Dolphins walked us down in our house. Tua turn off the CTE, and whoever they play next week will shut him down into 3 interceptions. Probably so. Third down 2. Josh Baker pass throws to be caught, and that's going to be, great tackle there. Almost fought his way into the first down, but it's going to be 4th down and 1 for the Commanders. Let's see what they do here. Like I said, they're all with a backup kicker. So we're interested to see what happens. Yeah, the Dolphins play. Who do the Dolphins play? Oh, they play the Ravens. That's right. They play the Ravens on Thursday Night Football. So with Lamar coming back, 4th down and 1. Marcus Mariota, shotgun formation. McNichols to his right. Drops back a pass. They're bringing the blitz and throws on the back foot for the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. Try to get to Terry McLaurin. And they are... Well, like I said, each drive is in a turnover. Either turnover on downs or actual turnover. What in the world is going on in this game? 10:25 to go in the second quarter. Chiefs will take over. They'll go to commercial break. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. Nuts. And you know what's going to happen? The third quarter is going to be offensive explosion. I mean, technically, both offenses have done well. However, they've either stalled out or thrown a pick. One of the two. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know why. I just love the Glacier Cherry. I do. Let's go Vandy. Vandy versus Texas. I think Arch Manny's not playing. I'm hoping Vandy wins. Unfortunately, can't stream into the games. I'll be on vacation again. I am booked solid for these upcoming weekends. So unfortunately, I'll be able to stream on Thursdays and Mondays. So that's I'm kind of bummed about it. Because like I said, not being able to stream as much. But like I said, back to what I did before, which was just did Thursdays and Mondays. But yeah, like I said, this Saturday, Auburn plays Kentucky. Probably another winnable game, and I'm not gonna be able to stream it. I didn't stream the Arkansas game. Like I said, I was on vacation again. But if I had, I would have been very, very upset. Not because we won, but because of how we won. And the fact we could not, for the life of us, score a touchdown. We scored one offensive touchdown. And we scored like 33 points. One offensive touchdown, 33 points. We have 6 field goals and a pick 6. Hey, I'm glad that Alex McPherson got his mojo back, but at the same time, 6 field goals. It's one of the worst defenses, not in the SEC, but in all college football. One of his touchdown. So, from the 28-yard line, going to be a handoff to Pacheco, who's going up to 30 and down to about the 32? Yeah, to the 32-yard line. So, gain there of about 4 or 5. Oh, it was 5. Nope, 4. Second down 6. But yeah, I would have been frustrated. I'm even more frustrated now, and if Parker comes in, we can talk about some college football as well. But yeah, I'm upset that LSU fired their head coach now because now it's looking even more likely we're not going to fire Hugh. So we're going to bring Pacheco into motion. Be to his right, shotgun formation with trips to the left. 9:45 going second quarter. Mahomes, it's going to be a draw to Pacheco, who's going to get tackled. Gains about 4. Third down and 2. Come on, Commanders, get a stop. Get a pick. We need some more turnovers. We haven't had enough. Get some more turnovers. Get a fumble this time. That's what I want. Fumble. Kind of don't. But like I said, I've already won my fantasy, so it doesn't even matter if Mahomes plays well or not. Like, I already beat my opponent by 60 points, and I still have Mahomes play. That's how good I did. So, empty set, going to see Brashard Smith in motion out to the left. Throws will be caught. This will be Travis Kelce to the 45-yard line, slung forward to about the 47 or 48. First down 10 for the Chiefs. But yeah, I had James Cook, who cooked. I had Justin Herbert and Vidal, both of them cooked. I had Chris Boswell, amazing. Tyrone McMillan was the lowest at 13. I had drops back a pass and taking a deep shot, and it's wide open again. Is Travis Kelce up to like the 22-yard line? Why are the Chiefs so daggum open? So first down 10 at the 22-yard line. Yeah, Vidal did good. Hale Fanning Jr. did pretty good for me as well. And then my other wide receiver that I started, I think did Shakir. Yeah, I did Khalil Shakir. Did pretty good for me as well. So yeah, like I said, my fantasy was doing pretty good. Gonna be a handout to Pacheco to the 20 and down by the 16-yard line, tackled by Bobby Wagner. That's when he gained 6 yards on the play, second down to 4. I'm winning by 40 in a sleeper league, even with Quentin Johnson and Darnell Mooney dropping a massive 2.1 to combined point. 2.1 combined points. Goodness gracious, my was terrible. Second down 4. Interesting formation. Going to be a toss to Brashard Smith, who's going to try to the edge, and he is. Gains 4 yards. First down 10. Looked like the wishbone right there. Look at old Andy Reid pulling to the wishbone. Like not like the typical wishbone, like the old wishbone where they're like, by the tackles. And I know it's horns down right here, baby, but talking about tackles. So, actually, third down and 1, they marked him short. All right. Third down and 1. Going to have Bunch to the left, Hunt to the right. Going to be Hampton Hunt, who's going to easily get the first down to the 10 and down to about the 8-yard line. First and goal for the Chiefs. 6:27 left going second quarter. Still a 0-0 game. But we're hoping for a turnover. Like I said, we want turnovers. We've had turnover every single drive. Please, don't let us down, Chiefs. Keep it a 0-0 game. From the 8, and going to be a keeper by Rashee Rice, who is going to get into the end zone for the score. A rushing touchdown for Rashee Rice. Lined up in Wildcat formation. Why in the world did that not come out of my mouth? 5:55 to go in the second quarter. Make sure. He's short. Oh, no, he's short. He's short by that much. Oh, my gosh. Stop it. Facing Rice, Kelce, Butker, the Butler. So I ain't won yet. But I'm hoping Worthy and the lead is enough to get the Jalen Walker fan club to 5-3. Yeah, I'm at five. I'm at 5-2, number three in my dynasty. So I'm hoping to. Well, I should be. I have like a 97% chance in my dynasty league to win because I'm up by 30. He has Krosky Merritt, and I have who do I have playing? I think I have um, Isaiah Pacheco. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. So they did mark him short. So let's go. So Rasheed Rice does not get a touchdown. Now, does Kelsey the touchdown? They're going to try to get Kelsey the touchdown because he's like one touchdown behind Priest Holmes' career record for the Chiefs. So I'm sure they're going to try to find him a touchdown. Yeah, right here. So shotgun formation. Hunt to his right. Kelsey in the H-back. Going to be a handoff, and that's going to be easy touchdown to Kareem Hunt. So, hey, Manuel, Kareem Hunt gets a touchdown instead of Rasheed Rice. So, positives. 5:46 to go in the second quarter, 6-0, and the Chiefs, unfortunately, do not end this. Do not end the drive with a turnover. They broke our hearts. At the same exact time, I did pick 27-17, so I would like the scoring to start because I need the points. I'm third. I'm third in my league for pick'ems, and I need the assistance because my pick'ems did not. Well, for the most part they were okay, but they weren't like anything better than everybody else did. So I need the extra points for the score. If I can get perfect score, I would love that. How about the Falcons game? I think, like I said, if I'm being honest, I think it's more so just the fact like you didn't have Michael Penix, you had Kirk Cousins, you didn't have Drake London, so you relied heavily on Kyle Pitts, which I like that. Because in my other fantasy league, he's the starter. Um, at the same exact time, like Bijan had an awful game, like awful game. So yeah. Hold a second. It's not to one of the terrible trios, so I'm a happy camper. I'm confused, Emmanuel. Sorry. It's not to one of. Oh. Yes. It's not to either. But well, Bucker did get an extra point, but yes, not to him, Kelsey, or Rasheed Rice. I got you. Yeah, I'm not going to chalk it up only to that, because like I said, to not having Drake London, not having Michael Penix, but like Bijan played terribly. Your defense got absolutely gashed. So, like, I don't want to say like don't worry about it, and like it'll be fine. But at the same exact time, like that was a game you desperately needed to win to be able to stay within the playoff hunt. And now your road gets much tougher, and we just went over that too. The Panthers, do I have to say it? I knew we were going to lose this game, even before Bryce Young got hurt. But can I say that Andy Dalton should not be playing? Is that respectful enough? Because I want to be respectful enough, but I just Andy just retire. After this year, yeah, you just don't got anymore. I'm sorry. Like missing easy passes, making boneheaded decisions, absolutely boneheaded decisions, and costing us momentum where we could not really run the ball the way we wanted to. I'll talk about it more, especially at halftime, but I am very glad I did not stream that game because I would have been very, very upset. I'd have been very upset because of the fact that we were, basically gifting the game in the first half to where it was pretty much a no-go in the second half. Kind of same as the way they have with the Patriots game, almost for not verbatim, but pretty close. So it was a nice return to the 34-yard line. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be gobbled up by Nick Bolton. Going to lose by 1 or 2 yards. Second down about 12. Good night. Never been so happy a man lost his job. Terrible human being he is. Sad that he has still earned more money than most people have ever lived. But will take the wins where possible. Oh, Kirk Cousins. That's what we're talking about. Up to the 50, to the 45, and down to the 43-yard line. And that is, who is that? Is this not? Yes, it is. Ben Sinnott. Tight end from Kansas State. Finally. Got to see something from him. So, under 5 minutes left to go. And, I mean, there was no one within 20 yards of him. Just wide sticking open. Gets way down the field. So, first down 10 from the 44. Commanders, don't screw this up. 2 tight ends to the left. Now he's going to have Cross Merritt to his right. That should be a false start. Nah, it's not going to call. Okay, so it's going to be about a gain of a yard. But second down 9. But that should have been a false start on, I believe. Let me toss the back out there, by the way. But it was one of the tight ends that false started beforehand, but they didn't call it. Maybe the ref blinked. I'll give some credit. Maybe the ref blinked. We don't allow blinking, though. We don't allow blinking. So, second down 9. Shotgun formation, Cross Merritt to his right. 2 tight end set. Going to send Jake Basin in motion. Not Jake Basin in motion. And once again, Marcus Mariota is going to scramble out, get up to the 40-yard line. Gets pushed out of bounds. Now, I don't know how he got away from Karlaftis. Karlaftis absolutely beat his man. I mean, it's the... Wait, hold a second. Why... Hold a second. Why on God's green earth was that the pass protection? Why is the center trying to get the edge? I don't even know. Third down 3. Third down 5 from the 40-yard line. I'm not even going to question it. Shotgun formation, bunch to the right, running back to his right, drops back a pass, sets up in the pocket, and is going to throw a little floater. Wide open is McNichols from the 30 to the 25 and down to the 20-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds. First down 10 for the Commanders. 3:05 left to go second quarter. Let the clock run. Wind it down, so that the Chiefs have no time. I'm still baffled. How? Why? Why? That's just bad miscommunication. Why in the world was Biotish blocking Karlaftis? I don't know. Anyways, 21-yard line, first down 10. Going to be a keeper, but Marcus Mariota going to try the left side, and he's going to. That's a dumb decision, Marcus Mariota. He tried to jump, hurdle McDuffie. McDuffie wasn't having it. He was like, all right, let me just bump you down. Not smart, Marcus. Not smart. But it's going to be second down and about 11 or 12. And let's see, going to 2-minute warning. Yeah, 2-minute warning. Well, actually, no, second down 10. Okay, that's surprising. So I guess we got back to the line of scrimmage. Second down 10, 2:10. 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. What? I ain't talking about Kurt. I'm talking about, Brian Kelly. Oh, my bad. I was confused because, like I said, I saw Hat Man lost his job. I'm sorry, but yes, he is a terrible human being. Brian Kelly, and the thought is that he never really fully embraced Louisiana, and a lot of LSU fans kind of felt that way. Made to the playoffs. Yes, he made the BCS championship game, but he always floundered when there was big games, and he never really got called out for it. Comparatively to James Franklin, hired him. I was like, all right. And then when they gave him the contract, I was like, okay. And then he comes in family, and he tries to that documentary. So it's like part of the documentary. I'm like, oh, I like this. Got it shares a light on Diego Pavia and Clark Lee, and now that looks amazing going now, especially like how he tried to change that program, but like especially at the beginning, like it just and it's like I don't know. I just got that vibe. I got that vibe from him. I didn't like it. It was very much like me, and it kind of showed like a lot of problems that a lot of people were a lot of people were trying to say about Brian Kelly. And I mean, if you get $53 million as your buyout, you're happy. But where is he going? 2-minute warning. Uh, Director, I am angry with Travis. Well, the game's so young. Game's so young. Gonna be a screen pass. He's got blockers out in front to the 20 to the 15 and down to I think it's gonna be close. Depends on the spot. It's gonna be 3rd down and 1. It's gonna be first. Look, director, early game or early in the game, Travis Kelce can still get his 2 touchdowns to be able to pass Priest Holmes. Don't know if it's gonna happen, but it could happen. 1:25 to go second quarter, 3rd down and 1. They look confused. Don't know why they look confused. What are we doing? Did they call a timeout? Oh, it's official review to see if he got the first down or not. Oh, okay. Okay. I was confused. I was like, hold a second. I was like, why would we stop the clock? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, he got the first down. Looks like it from right here. I mean, it's close. So if they say no, I understand. All right, bam, right there. Yeah, that kind of looks like his first down. It looks like call reverse. First down 10. Let's freaking go. First down 10 for the Commanders. Down 7-0. 1:26 of going second quarter. Clock will continue to run. So maybe, possibly, Commanders just drain the clock. Just drain the clock. We are begging you. We don't want to the director, you want them to have more time, but we kind of don't. I mean, I did pick the Chiefs to win. I will say that. I did pick the Chiefs to win. However, if they don't, it would be kind of funny. Not very funny, but it'd be like, hey, that's kind of funny, the fact that, y'all were supposed to win by 10 points, and then you're, struggling with the Marcus Mariota-led Commanders. Because that's how the season's been. And the Chiefs call a timeout. What? Why? I guess to save on time? I guess is the only way I can think about saving on time. So that's 1:54. Let's go in the second quarter. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, actually, no, it makes sense. Because like I said, the clock was running. So basically, they reset the clock. They reset the play clock. So they're going to let it drain down. As we're going to call a timeout. Okay, I guess it makes sense. So 1:54, let's go in the second quarter. One timeout left for the Chiefs. All 3 timeouts for the Commanders, but that doesn't really matter because, like I said, they got plenty of time. They're at the 10-yard line. Yes, you're comparing the Raiders to the Commanders. Why are we doing this? So first down 10, like the 10.5-yard line. 2 tight ends to the left, running back to the left. Going to be a keeper, going to be off to the left side, and wow, the Chiefs ate that up. Carl Loftus, who's having an amazing game so far, tackles him, 2nd down 10. Okay, whose job was this? Oh, wow. Oh, Bates, you got wrecked. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Bates tied in for the Commanders. Might as well be playing for the Chiefs because he got absolutely wrecked by the Chiefs. Two tight ends left. Krosky Merrick to his right, and gonna be a oh wow, Marcus Mariota avoids a sack, rolls out again, throws. Holy crap! Oh, it's an incomplete pass. Oh my gosh, I thought that was be a touchdown. I don't like I said. I know Marcus Mariota still got his legs, but oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, the ball moves. Oh man. Marcus Mariota put it on Deebo Samuel. If Deebo Samuel's able to catch it there, it was a difficult catch. I'm not going to deny it. It would be a difficult catch. But what an absolute throw by Marcus Mariota. Third down 10, 104 left to go second quarter. Drops back a pass. Great blitz pickup. Throws a absolute heater way out of bounds, unfortunate for McLaurin. He was open. Why'd you throw way too far? Hold on a second. That's a touchdown. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Hold on a second. Old man ref. I'm sorry. How you look at that and be like, nah, that's not a touchdown. That's 2 feet in. So touchdown, that's a touchdown to the Commanders. Easy review, touchdown. One, don't know why Marcus Mariota threw it that far, but I mean Terry McLaurin's got a toe tap right there. Bam. I mean that's easy. Right there. He's got control. Bam. Easy. Easy. Yeah. If this somehow, some way, stays incomplete pass, I'm not saying it. Little specific. My mouth can't say the words. Just can't say it. Try to spit it out. Nope. Suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Probably. But, anyways, like I was saying, Panthers game was horrible. Andy Dalton, not gonna say he's the whole reason why we lost the game. Rush defense was abysmal. Granted, we had looked better, but James Cook had basically all the room in the world to run. And, yeah, when your QB gives up a fumble in our own red zone, well, no, in their red zone, when your QB throws almost a pick six, it gets down to 1. When your QB fumbles on your own side of the field near the 20, when your QB near the end of the half decides to take a sack, we have no timeouts, and we're down like the 12-yard line. Not the best. So, like I said, I don't want to put it all on Andy, because it's not. But it's a lot on Andy. Because you set up some easy touchdowns for the Bills. And when the Bills get up by big, they could continue to run the ball, because they've had success running the ball. So, yeah, it was abysmal. I appreciate Zoe. I said I thought the Panthers would lose. Not having they did call a touchdown, by the way. Not having Bryce definitely hurt. Like I said, I was like, oh, well, that's gonna happen. Like we're probably gonna. All right, we'll probably lose. I barely though. We'll say that they do have a timeout. Whenever I see this commercial coming up right here. Who told Meghan Trainor to dress like a lampshade? I don't know. maybe it might be fashion. I don't know, but it literally looks like a lampshade. I don't want to be mean, but it does. It does. So yeah, like I said, Panthers game wasn't fun. Falcons fan wasn't fun. Falcons game wasn't fun. Uh, Dobie's Bears were woof. Got beat by Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley. Um, yeah, it was something else. Is what it was. It was absolutely something else. I don't know. With the Steelers losing, the Ravens winning, the Ravens have a shot now because the Ravens are have some pretty easy opponents down the stretch. Like, as crazy as the NFL has been this year, it is about to get even crazier. And I'm trying to prepare people for it. I'm like, they're for it. Returning gets up to about the 27-yard line. However, there is a flag. There's a flag. 53 seconds left to go second quarter. What is this flag? Holding on the offense, backing on up. So, Brad Allen right there. So, oh goodness gracious, Cochran. How many times? How many times? I mean, that is legitimate holding though. Cochran. Every single okay, because I've watched way too many Chiefs games because they're always on prime time. Cochran gets called all the time, all the time. When I say all the time, I mean all the time. Oh, Patrick Mahomes, 7 for 11 for 79 yards and 2 interceptions is not what I thought the first half would be like. Could get better. Draws back to pass, Mahomes, and he's going to scramble. He's going to run up to the 15, up to the 20, up to the 25, and slides in the 30-yard line. Gets up 44, 43, 42, 41. Clock continues to run. Chiefs do have one timeout. 35, 34, 33, 32. Drops back to pass. Mahomes sits in the pocket, throws, and they call by Kelsey up to the 40. Clock continues to run. 25, 24, and they call the timeout. So, from the 40-yard line, 24 seconds left. Chiefs have no timeouts. They could get in the field goal range, technically. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, but they could. Could. It's a 7-7 ball game. 24 seconds left to go in the second quarter. First down 10 from the 40. Kelsey has 4 receptions for 51 yards. Mahomes, shotgun formation. Pacheco to his left. Take it. Oh my goodness. Still second down 10. Who would put pressure there? Let's see here. Who is that? Is that Newton? No. No, it's Javon Kinlaw. Javon Kinlaw applied the pressure. He beat Caliendo. Caliendo? Is that his name? Caliendo? I messed that up. 18 seconds. No timeouts. Shotgun fucking up. Try to get to Worthy. And that is going to be... Is that Trey Amos? I think it is. Maybe. 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter. See if Chiefs can get a scoring range. Worthy was kind of jogging on that one. Maybe just slow playing it. But he did kind of jog. I can see where some people have said he kind of got there a little early. Surprised they didn't call it. Third down 10, shotgun formation. Kareem Hunt to his right. Mahomes tries to pass. And he's going to go over to his left. He's going to throw it. That's intentional grounding. What? He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Who is he throwing? Yes, he got outside the tackle box. But he did not go past the line of scrimmage. And I see no person. Let's see. Who is it? Who's there? Sure, I mean, you can maybe maybe you could put it Noah Gray. There we go. There's a flag, intentional grounding. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm like, yeah, hey, game over right there, man. It's game over. Like I said, just kind of like switch his hands, just go like, yeah. So yeah, so that goes in halftime, 7-7. Not how we thought it would happen, but craziness happening. And we're hoping for some explosiveness on offense coming in the second half. Yeah, I don't know. Man. I Bad Boy Mowers. Oh, that's just like the ad. Okay, I about said I was like, what? Let's see here, Zoe. I was training a new coworker Saturday, and upon finding out I was a Broncos fan, first thing he said was, with incredible confidence, was the Cowboys were going to crush us, and I was baffled. Well, Zoe, yeah, like I said, I initially picked the Broncos, and that's what I feel so dumb about. I picked the Broncos, and then on either Saturday or Sunday, I had an epiphany. I was like, hey, I think that the Texans are going to do well, and I think that the Cowboys are going to do well, because I was like, Riley Moss struggled, and I was like, if they could be able to, like, I know their defense can't really do much, but what are we gonna? How are we gonna see after the emotional win for the Giants and all this kind of stuff? I was like, well, for the Broncos, I was like, ah. And then the Texans, I was more like, okay, Texans defensive line really stinging good, probably gonna be able to get after Mac Jones. It'll be a defensive game, but they can win. So I should have gone my gut for the Texans. Now the Texans offense is a lot better than I thought they were going to do, but he must have been quiet today, LOL. Probably so, Emmanuel. Probably was very quiet. Or was like Weimer watching. Dude, oh my goodness. Scooter's crash out was hilarious. Hilarious. Because it was like, just, don't do it to yourself. Like, as much as we all want, the streak to continue where they don't have back-to-back winners. One, he's not even a Cowboys fan. He's a Lions fan, bro. A Lions fan was like, "Oh, the Cowboys are gonna crush you." Okay, the Lions fans don't even like that. What? Okay. Two, I trusted our defense to do all their thing, and as long as our offense got it together, I thought we would be good. Um, yeah, no, that kind of worked. RJ Harvey, man, I have him on the bench. I still believe in him, and I'm hoping that continues. I'm hoping it continues. Because, like I said, I may eventually put him in. But, yeah, no, like, the Cowboys' defense is abysmal. Well, we can all say that for obvious reasons. But the fact that it's so abysmal and the offense just was not doing it at all for the Cowboys. I mean, like, Dak had an awful game. Like I said, credit where credit's due. Credit where credit's due. Broncos defense balled out. I mean, yeah, you can talk about, like, well, they gave up 24 points. Yeah, but, like, one of them was a garbage touchdown, so it was like, you know. But when you face up against the number one offense in the league and you pretty much shut them down, you make Dak look terrible. So, like I said, you do what you're supposed to be doing. And you beat the team that you should have. That's the thing. That's the thing we should be looking at is, yes, was the Giants game awful in the way that it took forever? It took forever for your offense to show up, and when it did, it showed up big. But you beat the team you should have, and you did. So, like I said, if you look at it from that angle, you're doing stuff that previous Broncos teams would not do, which is they would crap the pants against bad teams for some odd reason. So, positives. And right now you're still leading the division, so that's good. If the Chiefs somehow lose, we'll feel even better. So possibly. But yeah. Oh, it's awesome. So on the 8th, Eagles versus Chargers. It's been Monsters Fun Day Football. It's be like Monsters Inc. So like last year, how they had the Simpsons, they got Monsters University, I guess, or like Monsters Inc. But like that's cool. That's cool. Um, I didn't even have work today, so I don't care. IDK, he probably was though. He just wanted to be a hater, honestly. Like I said, either if you're a Lions fan, why are you cheering for the Cowboys? That's what I don't understand. Like most Lions fans I know hate the Cowboys. So unless he's a bandwagon, if he's a bandwagon Lions fan, I can understand that because you don't know the hurt the Cowboys has caused you. But maybe. Anyways, like I said, it's been an interesting game so far. Let's see, Emmanuel. I'm praying someone gets QB desperate and I can. Oh, no, don't show. Right now they're showing the Panthers Bills game. James Cook, 19 rushes for 216, 2 touchdowns. The most rushing yards in what in the world? The most rushing yards in the NFL in a game, 216. So yeah. Emmanuel, I'm praying someone gets QB desperate and I can sell Lamar high because if I can get Danny Dimes and Jackson Dart and some good flex for Lamar, I'll be happy camper. Do you remember when I told you, man, to get Danny Dimes? Smart. Now, granted, I did not think they were going to have the stretch they did, but if you have, well, let's see here. I think it's fine to have Jackson Dart as a backup. If you can get someone to be happy about Lamar, you could probably get an absolute haul because it's a little more unpredictable with Lamar how he's going to come back from injury. So you may be able to get something. Maybe get something. He has only been a fan of the Lions for 2 years and is less than 20, so that might explain some things. Okay, yep. For 2 years, bandwagon. Because, like, hold a second. Was was that 3 years ago or was that 2 years ago? No, that was two. No. Yes, that was 2 years ago when the Lions had the whole entire thing with the Cowboys of, like, not reporting. And then you think about previously, you think about back to 2014, the playoffs, where they do not call the pass interference that happened on Pettigrew. I'm trying to think who was the offender on Pettigrew. But, like, they didn't call the pass interference, and that led you to losing. And you lost in 2014. That was a great season for Matthew Stafford with a really good defense with, you had Ziggy Ansah. So, like I said, and I think it started at that point, so Ndamukong Suh. But yeah, 2 years ago, they went to the NFC Championship game. That's what I thought. He also mentioned he apparently lost $4,000 betting on the Broncos Giants game, and I was just flabbergasted, like, dude, what? Fourth? Okay. Is he saying that he could have made 4,000, or that he bet 4,000? Like, okay, I can understand if you bet at a certain time, and like your winnings could have been 4,000, but if you just straight up bet $4,000, what kind of money do you have? In general, how either how good of a bet, how bad of a bet, I don't care. Why are like I said, you will never see me. You will never see me try to sell you on a sports book or anything like that. I don't believe in it. I've had family members who've gotten in trouble for gambling, that kind of stuff. That's just not who I am. I can't imagine betting that much money. Anything. In anything. I don't care if it's sports betting, what it is. Baffling. 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 I mean, I may never do a sponsor in general, but I'm never doing like a sports book or anything like that. You like no, no. I was trying to think of like there's any reason why I'm like no, because like this, like I said, I appreciate the what I have here. I appreciate what I've built. I don't. I have an actual job, so like I'm not desperate for money. And thirdly, if I were to do sponsors, I'm doing it on my own terms because I don't have. Never going to get an agent. I don't know why you would like. I don't know why would you try to lock yourself in with an agent. Maybe, like I said early on, more than likely, oftentimes you'll be able to blow up. If you don't, then that's fine. You still have everything that's yours only, not having to be controlled by somebody else. So I don't know. I don't understand like why people take sponsorships from people or from companies that are they're either bad or or it's not a good product. Like the whole like I understand I feel like I want to give some kind of sympathy to your name tree, but the whole like it like the titles, what was it called, the one where like you got to if you bought something, established titles, that whole entire scam. Like I get it if like your agent like tells you to do it, should be on it. Um, like I can understand being well my sponsor said they were legitimate. Yeah, of course they said they were legitimate. You gotta be able to do like the research yourself before you put your name to anything. So like the only thing that I've ever talked about was like I like SeatGeek, I like Game Time, but for two totally different reasons. And now SeatGeek's kind of doing the Game Time thing where they're like showing you what the prices are before um, the fees and all kinds of stuff, which I appreciate. But I don't know. I don't know why people do it. I don't know why people do it. Let's see here. But he's in college. Like, how rich are your parents? Either he's on scholarship, and he should be paying that money, or yes, his parents are in fact paying, and his parents not know about his gambling problems. I don't do sports betting, but if I did, I wouldn't ever bet more than the cost of a single thrift store lamp. Dude, thrift stores, depending on where you're going, I mean, they got some cool stuff. But heck, you could definitely find a good lamp. There was, and I will never forget this. There were some left-handed clubs that I could have gotten from my friend because he's left-handed, but I did think about it, and I saw it, and I told him about it, and I should have told him about it. He was like, "Why didn't you get it for me?" I was like, "I don't know. I just didn't think about it. I don't know why I even told you about it, but I saw there were some left-handed clubs, and me probably wouldn't have used them anyways, but like because he's not a big golfer like some other friends are. But yeah, like thrift stores, you can find a lot of good stuff in there. But yeah, I can't imagine betting that much. Make a car and move on. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't understand the thought process of okay, these people are very powerful people. So they have way more insider knowledge than you. And you think you're gonna best them. Like in your mind, you think you're gonna best them. Just say. First down 10 for the Chiefs. Throw out to Rashee Rice, who gets about 5 yards. Second down to 5. Hey, Parker. Brian Kelly, that LSU is free from the grips of Brian Kelly sucking the soul out of LSU. Upset because now LSU job is open. Auburn's job is like either in fourth or fifth place, which stinks. And we're gonna have to keep Hugh Freeze, and I hate it. Second down 5, shotgun formation. I was going to talk about that before, but I forgot to talk about it. Pacheco to his left, drops back to pass, and steps in the pocket, throws, and it's get batted. Oh, wow. Surprise, not a penalty. Third down and 5. Now there is going to be a defensive player. It has to be first down and 10. I've given all my official Broncos merch basically new from thrift stores. That would also too, like say, like if I was in North Carolina, I could probably get some stuff for like the Panthers, but being in Alabama, I might find some Atlanta Falcons and find nothing for the Panthers, nothing. I got Trevion Henderson off the wire. I didn't care if it was a good pickup, but name value was enough to get him. It's mainly the usage. I don't understand why the Patriots are not using him at all, but they're not. It's very strange. So 2 tight ends, gonna be a flash pass, checks down to Noah Gray to the 45-yard line, dragged down, and depends on the spot, he might give him a first down. Nope, it'll be second down when we come next commercial break because I kind of mentioned a little bit before. Shorthand, before I go into a long story, could not meet expectations. This is supposed to be the year. Offense terrible. Could not score more than 24 points on a FBS opponent when you're supposed to have a top offense. Hand off to running back, going to be Pacheco. Gets up to about the 47-yard line. It gets lifts it up in the air. So first down 10 for the Chiefs. Goodness gracious. And Pacheco and the other guys kind of going at it. All right, so first down 10. The most expensive thing was a literally brand new hat. Ooh, tag stickers, everything on it for $20. It's not too bad. A brand new hat for $20, depending on what kind of hat it is, not too bad. I mean, usually you might get hats for like $30. Well, $25 to $30. So, from the 47-yard line, shotgun formation, going to be a drop back pass, roll. Oh, got plenty of time. I mean, how long? Check it down to Travis Kelce, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 20, 30, 15, down to the 9-yard line, Travis Kelce. I mean, he had all day to throw. Travis Kelce's like, all right, I might as well just go out and then just see what I can get. Okay, let's see here. Literally, like, all day to throw. Everything's covered up, but no one picks up Travis Kelce. Just kind of slips out. And he gains over 30 yards. Shotgun formation with Pacheco to his left. Going to be hand to Pacheco, who is going to get like a yard. But yeah, Parker. Also short-handed before I got a long response. Louisiana State, because be and put on that Southern accent doesn't really work for people. And other things too. Like I said, I'll go into a little bit of detail. So second down goal from the 8-yard line. Going to be a play action pass. Checks it down. It's going to be to Rashee Rice, who gets him to the 5. And is he in for the score? I think they're going to say his foot got out of bounds. Yeah. Foot got out of bounds. So third and goal. I'll have to check and see on this one. 11 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Let's see here. Foot goes right there. Yeah, he's at the 1. At the 1. So third and goal. Why is it back at the 3? What? All right, well, it's at the 2.5-yard line. Don't know how that happens. Mahomes tries by the pass and pump fakes, rolls it to his right, and there's some holding. Doesn't matter, it's holding. However, pass is incomplete. Now, Mahomes is putting his finger in the end zone. This might be offset penalties because there was holding on the offense, but apparently there might have been some pass interference in the end zone. Yep. Holding up defense. Penalties offset, and it's going to be third down once again. Let's see here. I need to check some thrift stores out. I like getting merch, but the prices are ridiculous. Oh, the prices are absolutely ridiculous. Will Texas football beat Vanderbilt or not? Parker, I'm hoping not. One, from what I still think, I think Arch is not playing. I know he's in concussion protocol. Two, Vandy's a good team. Thirdly, please keep Vandy a top 10 team. Please, as long as possible. Third and goal from the 2.5 yard line. Mahomes shotgun formation going to send Worthy and Motion over to the left. Going to be a throw for the end zone, and I mean, Gray just didn't even look for it. Fourth and goal from the 2.5 yard line. Did find an absolutely sick real. Hold a second. A real leather vintage Broncos jacket for like $100 to $150. Oh, it would have fit me too, perhaps a tad oversized, but nothing crazy. I didn't get it, but I was so tempted, dude. A real leather vintage jacket? That's crazy. That's a good find. That's a really good find. So gonna send Hollywood Brown in motion to the left. Draws back to pass on fourth and goal. Mahomes rolls up to his right and is gonna throw, and that's gonna be Kareem Hunt for the score. His second one of the day. 13-7, 10-12. Let's go in the third quarter. My team, Missouri Tigers. Tigers football lost to Vanderbilt. Yes, unfortunately, Parker, they did lose. At the same exact time, like I said, you were close. I mean, the Hail Mary being like that far away from being a touchdown, that's got to be rough. I picked Vandy to win. I wanted them to win, but the way that y'all lost, and then Brabulo being out for the whole entire year. Kick is up, kick is good. That's got to be rough. All right, so about to go into commercial break. Thrift stores love to mark up vintage stuff. It sucks. Yes, they do. They do love to do that, especially when they know they got a value. So the Brian Kelly situation. So answer your question there, Parker. So when Brian Kelly was hired, when he left Notre Dame for LSU, a lot of Notre Dame fans were happy that he was gone. And the reason why is because Brian Kelly in his time at Notre Dame could always make it to a big game, but always will fail. And he never got, and I said before, he never got called out for it like James Franklin did. And like you think of 2012, 2018, 2020, like I said, just completely failing at any time that he could. Well, he gets a massive contract by LSU, 10 years, like $100 million or something like that. Crazy. And if you get paid that kind of money, especially at LSU, they expect you to be fully engulfed in the actual culture. And he I don't want to say the actual word, but he like half-butted it. He did not really do it. And in his introductory press conference, like talking to the fans, was like, my family, and he tried to do like this whole entire like I can speak in a southern accent, kind of, faking it. Like I said, that's my fake southern accent, and obviously it ticked off a lot of people because they're like, hey, don't do that. Don't try to act like you got a southern accent when you don't. Because I said they can see that you're faking it because it doesn't seem genuine, and as season progresses, they would lose the first game of the season. They would have a decent season, but they can never quite get over the hump. Sometimes they win the SEC West. Like I said, they won it Bryce's junior year. They won it again the very next year. Like I said, they had Jayden Daniels. They had amazing offenses, but they had terrible defenses. And then this year was supposed to be the year, okay? You're bringing back Nussmeier. You're losing all your offensive line, but you feel pretty confident about your offensive line. You should have amazing offense. And then you're bringing in all these transfers on defense. You're going to be good. And then you win your opening game. Yay! It's supposed to be the year. And then you consistently lose games you shouldn't lose. Oh, wow, he muffed the, oh no. He muffed the kickoff, and it went out of bounds at like the 1 or 2 yard line. So the Commanders have to start off at like the 1 yard line. And that's Lane. That's the rookie Lane. Oh no. Oh man. But yeah, like as the season progressed, like you couldn't score a lot of points anymore. You couldn't even run the ball to begin with. Um, you were gifted the Florida game because Florida like DJ Lagway threw 5 interceptions, so it's like they were just done. They were just done. And I'll talk about a little bit more too. Pistol formation, going to send Debo Samuel into motion. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards there, up to the 4 yard line. Second down 7. But yeah, so you add on to that, and yeah, Larry Tunsil's on the sideline. Yeah, he's out with the hamstring. Daggum. Como is his replacement. But you have that, and also there was a lot of turmoil going on in the coaching staff, where like a lot of them were being blamed by Brian Kelly, and kind of making a toxic work environment as well. Shotgun formation. Going to be a play action pass, and Mariota throws across the middle. That's going to be caught up to about the 22-yard line. That's Terry McLaurin for a first down, 9:25 to go in the third quarter. So you add on to that is whenever things are going right, Brian Kelly would kind of be like want to be the face of it. So like in any given Saturday documentary about the SEC football, he wanted to be in the spotlight, but LSU was doing good. But as soon as they don't, it's somebody else's problem. Somebody else is the problem. Not me. Never owning up to his own mistakes. So, like, after a while, like, LSU fans are just done with them. So, handoff to Krosky Mary. He gets to the 25 and down for the 27-yard line. Nice gain there. And about 5 yards. Second down to 5. So, it kind of got to, like, a bowling point for Brian Kelly. And once he lost to Texas A&M, and the season was over pretty much from there, like, no, not going to have a chance. Marcus Mariota rolls out, throws, and way overshoots Debo Samuel, third down and 5. Let's see here. On some unrelated news, Georgia is finally getting cold, and today was the first day of the heat being on, and yes, it seems like burnt. Yeah, that's kind of fair. The good old-fashioned Southern tradition of saying, "What's that smell?" at the first sight of below 40 day. Yeah, no, it was cold and it was raining where I was, and then I was teaching. It was awful. Marcus Mariota is going to check it down, and that's going to be almost picked off. Oh my goodness, went right through the hands of couldn't tell who that was who was falling down. 4th and 5, 8:19 to go in the third quarter, and got a punt ball away. Yeah. It had lettering. Oh, wait, some of the jacket. It had lettering and the logo, etc. on the back, front, and sleeves, and a mix of fabric and leather, and all of it was stitched on it. Was lined with wool, like those older fantastic Carhartt jackets. Oh man, oh man, that does sound kind of nice. Especially like you said, especially like in colder months, like right now. That would be nice. From the 15-yard line, Remigio, and he gets about to the 25-yard line, so first down 10. It's starting to get cold here too. Oh, I bet, because you're New Mexico, right? Yeah, I can. Especially the closer it gets to November, that's when it starts getting kind of cold. I've only been through New Mexico. I haven't actually stayed there. We drove through there on our way out west. Parker, will Houston football beat West Virginia football or not? I think they will. Houston's a pretty good team. Houston, led by Connor. Okay, here's the interesting thing. Will I think it's going to happen? No, but it'll be amazing if it does. If Houston, somehow, some way, can win the Big 12, let's just say, somehow, some way, Georgia Tech wins the ACC. Both teams are in the College Football Playoff. Texas A&M is in the College Football Playoff. That is three Texas A&M quarterbacks in the college football playoff. Because Connor Wigman was the quarterback before he got benched for Marcel Reed, and then Haynes King was the quarterback before he was replaced because he got injured by Connor Wigman. Just saying, just saying. Crazy how that works. Crazy how that works. But yeah, Houston should win. West Virginia's not that good. Like I said, he's got to get his guys in there. Like I said, he's only his first year back at West Virginia. Houston's pretty good, so I'll give it to Houston. Will Miami Hurricanes beat SMU or not? This, I think, is a trap game. I think Miami will win, but I have my doubts. Like I said, I think they will. Obviously, they're going to be upset because they lost to Louisville. They bounced back against Stanford, but Stanford's not really hard to bounce back against Stanford. So I'm going to say they win. I'm going to say it's closer than they expect, but they win, and their trap game is coming up. Their trap game to be able to almost keep Miami out of the playoff, because I think that'll be hilarious if Miami ends up missing the playoffs. I don't think they will, but if they do, very hilarious. Let's see. Was solidly in the 50s today, getting down to the 30s tonight. Yeah, whenever I wake up in the morning, she was like in the 40s. So like I said, I got to get up to the school kind of early. And then it kind of gets up to like the 50s or 60s. But yeah, it's supposed to be getting pretty cold pretty soon. So not looking forward to that. I'm kind of hot natured, but at the same time, I don't want to have people complain about it all the time because it's the South. Going to be handed to Pacheco. Also, right up to 30, up to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Gain of 10 yards there. First down and 10 for the Chiefs. But yeah, people love to complain about the cold. I'm not trying to say don't complain about the cold, but like sometimes people complain about it's like 59, and I'm like, I get it. It's colder than normal. But it's not freezing. They're like, it's 59 degrees. It's freezing. No, it's not. It's 59. If it's 49 or 39, then yeah, it's not freezing. It's not below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Empty set. Josh back a pass. Mahomes gets the pressure. Is going to step in the pocket. Going to throw on the run. It's going to be caught to the 50 to 30, 49. And down by the 41-yard line. That's none other than Juju Smith-Schuster. 7-10 left to go in the third quarter, 14-7, and the Chiefs are driving. Hey, keep it going. Let's see here, Parker. Do you think that Penn State football will beat Ohio State? No. Ohio State's a really good team. Penn State's not. Penn State is fuming after firing James Franklin. After losing the QB, after all this terribleness, they are. What in the world just happened? What? Okay, for some reason it just like blacked out for a second. What in the world? All right, so we're second down and 9. I don't know what happened on the first down play. Cause my TV just went like black for a second. It was like we're not going to show what just happened. Okay. Yeah, Ohio State should beat Penn State. Penn State, like I said, they're reeling. They're having an awful year. It would be a very big upset if they do. But Ohio State's a good team. They'll more than likely be competing for the Big 12. If not, they'll be like a top 8 fumble, and oh man, it's recovered by Rashee Rice. Oh man, almost a game-changing play. Rashee Rice catches it, and then looks like Savage with the fumble, and unfortunately not recovered by Lattimore. Lattimore tries to pick it up instead of falling on it, and so Rashee Rice able to get back on it. So it's going to be first down 10 for the Chiefs. Dadgum. So from 25-yard line, first down 10, shotgun formation. Trips to the right. Going to send Kelsey into motion. Drops back a pass. Throws, that's be caught, and that's going to be worthy. Only gets about 2 yards there. Second down and 8. Only got to about 50 today, but constant rain. We had a lot of rain today too. And going to open air campus, not a fun experience. 3 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend unless you love the rain and cold. Sometimes I don't mind the rain. The cold, yeah, I can understand. No, not want to be wet and then cold, but like I like the rain. I don't know. I've always didn't mind it, but like a lot of people are like you need to have a rain jacket on. Nah, I'm good. So from the 23-yard line, second down 8, Mahomes shotgun formation with Sheet Rice to his right, drops back a pass, and going to be a check down or Sheet Rice up to the 20, up to the 15-yard line, down by the 14. The first down and 10 for the Chiefs. 4:25 with going third. It's still 14-7. Let's see here, Parker. Will Virginia Tech football beat Louisville or not? Louisville's offense is too good. Louisville's offense is too good. Virginia Tech, like I said, they have an interim head coach. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Could it happen? Sure, but like I said, Louisville is trying to compete for the ACC, and Virginia Tech is nowhere near it. So Worthy gets about 3 yards there. It's going to be, well, about 4 yards there. So second down 6. 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. 50s is brisk, perhaps cool, but definitely not cold. Not factoring in wind or rain, of course. Yeah, that wind chill can make it a big difference. Like I can wear shorts in like 40-degree weather, but if it is windy, then no. I don't want to have that wind up against my knees. So Patrick Mahomes rolls up to his right, throws for the end zone, and that is Travis Kelce. And with that touchdown, he is going to tie Priest Holmes for the most touchdowns in a career by a Kansas City Chief. So, tied Priest Holmes. Travis Kelce's had a pretty good day today so far. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I've always been like hot natured, so that always has helped me. Um, Being in the South, a lot of people get cold very easily, but I have it like I can get in the water when it's in March, and like March is usually freezing water, but like after a while I feel good. Kick is up, kick is good, so it's 21-7. 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Like I said, um I like the cold water in March. Once it starts, like kind of like the water starts rising a little bit more because they're letting up some of the floodgates. Um, but I like the cold. I don't mind it, but if it's like windy, then I'm like, because it's just like it's that wind that's hitting your knees, and it's like I don't like that. But for the most part, like I said, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm sorry, Manuel, that Kelsey got it. Kelsey did get it, but Rice is not. We have some good news. Let's see here. I actually love rain, probably a result of growing up in the desert. That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair there, Zoe. 50 isn't cold for most, but also I live in the South, and while I love the cold, 50 is my definition of cold weather. Yeah, like I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Like I said, in the South, I think doesn't it have something to do with like our blood, just like how our blood's gotten kind of used to, um, the weather, and we're more pertained to like I don't know. I'm probably talking about out my butt, but I just know like where you live kind of affects like what whether you're used to. So if there's like a dramatic shift, then obviously that's going to cause some problems. But I don't know. I've just always been like I don't get too hot. I don't get too cold. I'm pretty adaptable to like the surroundings, but I would really really like it if it's not too windy. Also, I gotta get me a haircut. This weekend showed me clear as day that I need to get me a haircut because like the wind was blowing and my hair was all going all over everywhere, and I was like, I just need to get a haircut. One that, and also for my Halloween costume, make it a little bit better. Because I have like no, I don't have as much like packed up right here. So gonna get me a haircut soon. So you'll probably see that Thursday. Let's see here. Will Purdue football beat Michigan or not? Mm, Purdue has not impressed me this year. Michigan, I don't think they're overrated. I think they're properly rated at like near the 20s. They're a decent team, so they should win. I don't think they're going to be, Michigan wins. Michigan will win just because I just don't. I don't feel great about Purdue. I don't feel great about Purdue. So 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. 21-7. All I need is the Commanders. Are winning 21. Where is down 10 times? I sure hope they do. Like I said, Notre Dame is on edge. They have. So I would say, yes, they will. 2 minutes left to go in the third. Empty set. Mariota drops back a pass and throws a catch. Wow. On Trent McDuffie, no less. Now they're talking. Now this. Wait, hold a second. Wait. Old man. Bam. Right there. That's a catch. Okay. This old man ref. I'm sorry. But you yourself was like, that's a catch. Right? You said it was a catch. And then you let the other guy say, who didn't have a good enough angle, you had the best angle, you let him say, nah, he's not a catch. But it is. It's a catch. Right there. He's in. So, review will easily say it is. So, will Florida football beat Georgia or not? Parker, you know what? I want Dobie to answer this one. Dobie, how comfortable do you feel with us a challenge? I bet it is. Better be a challenge. They're going to win that one. Dobie, how do you feel about your Florida Gators against the Georgia Bulldogs? Sad. Let's freaking go first down and 10 for this great coverage. That's it for the Commanders. Let's see here. Is that a good enough answer? Dobie, I think it's a good enough answer. Sad. So Florida's not going to win. Going to be a reverse, and, Debo gets like a yard, maybe. Second down 9, 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. But yeah, no, it's that game. Like, beating Mississippi State hasn't. Well, yeah, It's like, is this going to be the same as that game that we've seen time and time again with Kirby Smart, where he's been just, they are by shock information, draws back a pass, and get immediate pressure. What the heck happened over there, dude? What the heck happened? He was okay. Hold a second. We gotta replay this. What the heck happened on the right side of this offensive line, bro? Hold a second. Connolly did what he's supposed to do. You got a edge rusher right here. So what in the world are you? Maybe the guy. Your hands on. So the play was done. What? I don't. Some of the pass protection has been baffling. To say the least. For the Packers are copycats. But yeah, G's on their helmet and be dominating your team for the past however many years. That's gotta suck. Like I said, we had the Panthers. Don't have the Packers dominating us, but me as an Auburn fan, unfortunately, we do have Georgia who's been dominating us, and it continues, and it's going to continue, and I hate that it's going to continue, but it is. It sucks. It sucks really hard. So Parker, will Utah football going to beat Cincinnati? Ooh, that's a hard one. I think Cincinnati is a decent team. I like the fact they were able to beat Iowa State. It was about 3 weeks ago. They're in the path to try to win the Big 12. I'm probably going to go with the hot hand with Cincinnati. I think it's a close one. Like I said, is it in Utah or is it in Cincinnati? I'm still gonna probably go pretty close. So Tressway 5 yard line. So first down 10 from the 5. 21-7. Dadgum. Wait, what? We hold up a second. Hold up a second. We just came back. We just came back from a long TV timeout for the fourth quarter. We're going to the fourth quarter. Understandable. Understandable. So then why in the world are we going to the TV timeout after they just punted? Punted. What sense? What sense does that make? Explain to me, ESPN. Explain. We, the consumers, do not mind commercials. We understand that is part of life. You will have ads. But why in the world do you just punt and then you're like, hey, time to have another 2.5 to 3 minute TV timeout? That makes no sense. ESPN, I know you're never going to hear this. But us football fans are not happy with the fact that you're breaking up the game, you're making it longer, and unnecessary. It's unnecessary. You wait till the Chiefs end their drive. We don't need a break, punt, and then break. It's not like we didn't have enough football for that fair catch punt. Don't know. So it is in Utah. Okay. Like I said, I'll probably still go sensitive, but I do think it's a close game. Will Virginia beat Cal? So, let's see here. Yeah, do that right. Or as soon as you see the linebacker go, you should have redirected and you didn't. Swing out to Isaiah Worthy, makes a man miss. Not Isaiah, but Xavier Worthy gets him to the 15-yard line. Second down and 1. But yeah, for Virginia versus Cal. Cal's a dangerous team. Virginia almost cut it close to North Carolina. Virginia is going to trip up. So if you want to go with this the week they trip up against Cal, I wouldn't blame you. I'll probably wait another week. But I know Virginia is gonna trip up sooner or later rather than later. Run by Kareem Hunt up to about the 25, 26-yard line, first down 10. Yeah, like I said, Virginia, they're a decent team, but they're not. My word, that's a big old hole. So from the 26-yard line, first down 10. 13:42 left to go in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation with Brashard Smith. Going to be a toss out to him to the left side. Got blockers out in front to 30, 35 to the 40, and down at the 41-yard line. First down 10. However, there is a flag, and I do believe it is going to be a hold. Mahomes kind of takes a hold too. Yep, holding on the offense. Backing on up. Just backing up on Rashee Rice. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, right there. Bam. First 16. First and 16. 13-18 left to go in the fourth. Mahomes going to be drop back to pass and going to pump fake. Going to get sacked back at the 19 And that's going to be Sam Martin once again, who's having an amazing day so far. Spins back inside, makes him. Oh, I mean, that's a great job by Sam Martin. Oversets, spins back inside, one from the 19-yard line. Pass for a yard line, but was he past the line of scrimmage? I think they're claiming that he still was not. He still was in front of the line of scrimmage. There's some pushing and shoving going on. And now is a flag. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what the flag is. And it's still behind the line of scrimmage. We're not for sure. Oh, taunting because Rashee Rice threw the ball at Martin. Yep, that's gonna be taunting right there, baby. Can't be doing that. So 12 away left to go in the fourth quarter. Still 21-7. So first down 10, but they're backed up. Parker, I'll answer your comment in a second, but I sure hope not. Gonna sit Pacheco in a motion. Now puts him to the left of Mahomes. Shotgun formation, trips to the right. Drops back a pass, and actually going to be a drop of Pacheco up to the 35, up to the 40, and down to the 42-yard line. So basically back where they were before. First down 10. But yeah, Parker, will Kentucky football beat Auburn? I sure hope not. That would be a devastating blow to Auburn if we lose Kentucky, because Kentucky should be a win and Mercer should be a win to get us to bowl eligibility, which we have not been in about 2 years. So hopefully we'll win. We should, but we cannot be guaranteed anything. From the 41.5-yard line, going to be a handoff to Pacheco, who's going to get to, keeps pushing forward, and he gets up to about the 45-yard line. So nice gain there, about 4 yards, second down 6. To SMU. So second down 6, going to be drop back to pass, getting pressure, rolls out to his left, avoids the sack, throws across the body, and that's going to be to Noah Gray up to the 40-yard line. First down 10 for the Chiefs. 10-20 left to go. 10-22, and somebody got hurt. Somebody on the Commanders got hurt. Will Texas Tech football beat Kansas State? I think so. Kansas solid team. Not really, though. Maybe Kansas. Yeah. I would be surprised if Texas Tech gets upset again. Texas Tech, more than likely, if they're going to lose again, either lose to BYU that I play. I can't remember they play Cincinnati and Texas Tech. So if Texas Tech loses again, my expectation might be BYU. But I think they're too talented to be able to lose to Kansas State. But it could happen. It could happen. But I think their edge rushers are going to get after their quarterback. They got really talented defense. I think it's going to be if you win 6 games, so each be bowl eligible. And what that means is that you might see, and the winning team eats a live Pop-Tart. That is legit. That is how the Pop-Tart Bowl works. Other bowls, like there used to be the Outback Bowl, for like the restaurant, but now it's things like the ReliQuest Bowl. Sometimes the bowls lose their sponsorships. But each conference has certain bowl games that they typically go to. For instance, the ReliQuest Bowl, that used to be the Outback Bowl. You have the Gator Bowl, and you have what's the other one? There's another one who's going to get to 35 and down at the 31-yard line. So gain about 8 yards there, and second down 2. So you have like pin on if you're going to the playoff or if you're going to go to the bowl game. And as far as the conference champions, it used to be different. It used to be different. Now it's different. And I'll talk about like what it used to be and what it is now. So second down 3, and going to be a shift. Pacheco to his right. Going to be a fake end around, and that's just going to be an incomplete pass. Try to get to Noah Gray, but incomplete pass, third down 3. But yeah, what used to happen, especially for the SECs, the SEC actually started conference championships, championship games back in 1992. Yes, 1992. They beat Florida, and then Allen went on to win the national championship. But there used to be divisions where you had an East division and wins that division. So based upon tiebreakers, who has the best record, who's the best record against each other, that kind of stuff, you would go to the SEC championship game, and whoever would win that would be the SEC champion. First down 10, 9-11, never forget, left to go in the fourth quarter. So like I said, it used to be where there could be a time where if you have a dominant division, you could have someone who's better than the other division not make the SEC championship game. But now, because they did away with divisions, they added Texas and Oklahoma. The SEC actually has it done by best record. So depending on who has the best record, who has the best record against the best teams, that kind of stuff. Handoff to Pacheco, gets like 2 yards, so it's going to be second down 8 from the 18-yard line. But yeah, no, I could go on and on and on about the differences of like, how it kind of all happened. I'm sorry, Ryan. Can you repeat yourself? It froze, and all I heard was the winning team eats a Pop-Tart at the Pop-Tart Bowl. Oh, sorry about that, Emmanuel. Yes. So, actually, I'll wait till we go to the commercial break because, like I said, it's a long process of talking about the bowl season. So I'll talk about that in a second. From the 18-yard line, Mahomes trying to avoid the sack, checks it down to Rashee Rice, and Rashee Rice gets a touchdown. Sorry, man, Rashee Rice did get a touchdown. 27-7. I'm hoping they missed the extra point. 7:52 left to go in the fourth quarter, and the Kansas City Chiefs pretty much won this game. But yeah, so the Pop-Tart Bowl is a new bowl. I don't remember what it was before, but it's a new bowl. And basically, there's a Pop-Tart mascot that like constantly is like, hanging around, that kind of stuff. And whoever wins the Pop-Tart Bowl, there is a Pop-Tart that's on the top of a toaster that gets lowered into the toaster, and the winning team eats his flesh. Essentially. Eats. so essentially. Let's see. Boo Rice that needs to slow down the field and on the road. But yeah, so it's like a eatable. Like not, the mascot obviously like it's a trickeration. Like he goes down the toaster and they just plop out like a big old Pop-Tart. But yes, you could literally watch it. You could literally watch it on YouTube. You could be like Pop-Tart Bowl and you can see. I think Iowa State won this past season, and they're just straight up just taking like the the filling and the icing and just like just eating it. Yeah, eating a live Pop-Tart. And then, but like basically, like I said, I'll go with best SEC because I'm more familiar with those bowls. But if you win 6 games, you make it be bowl eligibility. So typically, you want to try to win, your 4 non-conference games, and then you win 2 SEC games, and then that's in your mind, you should be bowl eligible. It's like for mainly for Vanderbilt back in the day and whatnot. That's what they would try to do is try to make it be bowl eligible. If you're bowl eligible, there are certain bowls that you typically go to when you're SEC team. If you are the bottom of the barrel of the SEC and you make it bowl eligible, more often than not, you're playing in the Birmingham Bowl, which is in Birmingham. Used to be at the Legion Field, which was terrible. And then Birmingham built the Provocare Stadium, which is really nice. That's where the Birmingham Stallions play. It's better. It got better. Um, there's also the Mayo Bowl, which is in Charlotte, North Carolina, where the winning coach gets doused in mayo. Like it's Duke's Mayo, so it's like a Gatorade like cooler of mayo, and whatever winning team wins, instead of being slimed, you get dunked with mayo. Let's see, what's another one? There's the Gasparilla one. That's one is in Tampa. That's also like the. There's the Liberty Bowl, which is in Memphis. So where, like I said, it's in Memphis. That one's kind of yeah. It's typically like if you're like 7-5 or maybe 8-4, like 7-5 more than likely going to the Liberty Bowl. Then there's the three Florida bowls. It used to be Gator Bowl, Outback Bowl, and uh, not the Orange Bowl. Orange Bowl's New Year's Six. What's the other one? Let's see. Gators, Jacksonville. Outback Bowl was Tampa. What's the one that's in Orlando? Shoot, I can't remember. Anyways, like I said, there used to be like there's a whole bunch of bowl games. Everyone wants to make it the playoffs, but if you don't make the playoffs, then try to make it to the bowl game. False start by Josh Connolly, second down 15, first down 15. So yeah, like I said, that's how it typically kind of goes. What's up there, Jonah? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, yes, Zoe. College football is wild, and like I said, eventually I want to do SC lore videos because I think it's like funny and some of the traditions that we have. Like the first one I want to do is like SEC traditions, like how we come to some of the SEC traditions, like why in the world did Mississippi State use cowbells? It's kind of self-explanatory, but still kind of interesting because like no one else kind of does. And it's be incomplete pass. Try to get to McNichols. Second down to 15. 7:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. It is 28-7. Not looking too good. Not looking too good. But yeah, like I said, I want to make those videos eventually. I'll find some time to do them. So second down 15. 7:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see what the Commanders can try to pull off. Second half yards, 42 compared to 259. Not great. Empty set for Mariota. Drops back a pass. And is going to avoid the sack. Then up to 30. Up to 35. Got tripped at a 36. Dang it. So, does gain 6 yards. Third down and 9. 7:35. Let's go in the fourth. Come on, Commanders. I mean, this is like technically 2 down territory, but still. Oh, go, Pack, go. You bear down. There you go. Packers versus Bears. Y'all don't play until when do y'all play? Is it week 10? Week 11? I don't know. I've done a lot of those playoff predictors. I can't remember which week y'all play each other. Third down 9. Shotgun formation. Drops back a pass. Quick throws. SB. Oh, man. Zach Ertz dropped it. Dadgummit, man. Yeah, he had a lot of running room too. I mean, it was kind of high, but it was catchable. It was a catchable ball. Dadgum, man. Week 12 or 14? December 6th. Okay. December 6th. Oh, yep. That was, I think that's week 14. Week 13 is Thanksgiving. So, yeah. So, week 14. Week 14 is when y'all play the Bears. That'll be an interesting game. Return from the 24-yard line, 25, up to the 30, up to the 35. Remigio down to the 39-yard line. 6:46 left to go in the fourth quarter. 28-7. Wow. We play y'all in Carolina this week. Yes, y'all do. Wait. It's in Carolina? I thought we had to go to Lambeau. Hold on a second. I thought we had to go to Lambeau. Penalty on the Chiefs. Back them on up. Yeah, we play y'all in Lambeau. Yeah, it's probably a loss. Like I said, and surprisingly, my prediction is actually done really well. I said after week 9, well, starting week 10, we would be 4-5 because we would be lose. Like I said, now switch the Jaguars and Cowboys game, and like I said, but I still said 4-5. So far, how I thought the season would go is kind of going the way that I hoped. So I'm happy. Now, was I happy with how we played? No. In fact, it made a lot of things worse. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a crazy fan that's going to say, "Oh, if we had Bryce Shaw, we would have played a lot better." We probably played a lot better, but we would have been overmatched anyways. But yeah, so hopefully, like I said, we don't get too embarrassed by the Packers. I think it'd be interesting seeing. I don't know if the injury to Taylor Moton's going to be significant enough. He's going to miss. But if Josh Nyman gets to play, him playing, he used to be on the Packers. It'll be an interesting thing for him. I think Bryce Young is close to being back. I don't know if he'll be back for the Packers game. I hope he is because it was just so bad. It was so bad. Like, you fumble in the red zone. And you don't. You fumble in the red zone. Okay? All right. It's a mistake. We can move past it. Then you throw in, like I said, you throw an interception that almost gets pick six. That gets down to the 1 yard line. So Josh Allen just basically just rumbles in. At the end of the first half, we're driving, and then you, in all of your veteran knowledge, you decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a sack. And instead of finding some way to throw the ball away, you decide to take a sack. That's another points that's being given up. And then you fumble the ball, too. It's like so many turnovers, so many bad plays, so many bad throws. And I get it. He's old. So, there's some understandable, there. But it's still, it's a big problem. It's a big problem if that's, happening. And it's causing their defense to basically where, they're on the field the whole entire time. And they're also getting gashed. So it didn't help. So handoff, and that's going to be to, looks like Kareem Hunt for about a 4-yard gain, second down 6. Yeah. No, it's in Lambeau. Okay, it is in Lambeau. Okay. As much as I hate his freaking team, it's a tough opponent. It is a tough opponent. Yeah, it must be rough. It probably could be close just because Green Bay does that. They kind of do. If it is close, I'll be appreciative of that, but I don't know if it's going to be. I live in North Carolina, so Carolina is aight. Very nice there, Jonah. If we play like we did against Pitt, then y'all are cooked. Yeah. Well, no, second half. Second half, yes, we're cooked. Sack back up at the 6-yard line, and that's going to be third down and forever for the Chiefs. And that's going to be a flag, unfortunately, because you threw Patrick Mahomes. Newton, you dumb. You're stupid. Okay? Great swim move. You get him, basically accept. And then when the whistle's blown, you threw him on his butt. What are you doing? Dumb. Yeah. Like I say, it depends. If it's second half, then yeah. Parker, will Nebraska football beat USC or not? No. Well, actually, that's gonna be a tough one. Let me think about that one, Parker. I'm up .5 points right now. It might be Jover unless Worthy can do something. Well, it's first down 10. I expect them to be handing the ball off, running the ball. So just don't get anything to Rashee Rice or Kelsey. They're up by 21 points, so maybe. Jonah, if we can make a mid-distance field goal, I understand that, Brandon Mass come off injury, but he missed 2 field goals, and if it was a closer game, that would be a much bigger deal. It's still something to monitor. So I don't think that Brandon Mass is bad, but you didn't go with the hot hand with the substitute teacher. And hopefully it doesn't bite you in the butt. Like I said, you are in a very, very neck and neck division with you and the Lions, so you don't want to be missing those. Second down 10 from a 23-yard line. Parker, like I said, I'm still thinking about that Nebraska USC game. Going to be a quick throw and speech to Worthy, who is going to, why are you reversing field? But it's working, and it's a 25-30 up to the 35-yard line. First down 10 for Worthy. So there you go, Emmanuel. I was about to be like, what are you doing, Worthy? But he had blockers, and he was able to get it. All right, well, there you go. Nebraska and USC is a tough one. Oh, shoot. Dadgum, I'm still trying to think of that 34-yard line. I don't know if he got tripped up or what happened, but he gets back to the last scrimmage. That's it. Second down 10. Parker, if I'm being honest, it's kind of a toss up. I think that both offenses has potential to make it like one of those high 20s kind of game, make it kind of interesting. At the same as the time, I don't feel confident about either one of these teams. I think both of them are good, but I don't feel confident either one of these teams. So for old time's sake, I'll say Nebraska. I don't really like Matt Rule. I hate him with a passion, but sure. Paul would say, was that a fumble? Is that a fumble? Please tell me that's a fumble. Pacheco ran. He's kind of limping on the sideline. Was that a fumble? Please tell us a fumble. Please. Ooh! Oh, no. The ground caused a fumble. Oh. The knee. The knee. The knee, the knee, the knee. The knee. Did I say the knee? The knee. Pacheco got submarined by Amos, and yeah, no. Basically, Amos went right for his knee, and his knee just went pop. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Gonna get it checked out. So first down 10, 3:55. Let's go in the fourth. 28-7. They're about to show it once again. Like I said, right here, Amos is coming in low. Right. Bang. Oh, they cut it right before then. All right. Well, second down 14. What? Hold on a second. How's second down 14? Oh, it was a hold. Oh, okay. So second down 14. Gonna be handed to Kareem Hunt. Gets down on the 35-yard line. All right. Let's see here. It'll be nice of it was in Carolina, but I was just in Pitt last night for the game. Last year I went to y'all's game against the Chargers. Tickets were super cheap. With them, we're like, all right, you're not trying to screw up even more, so we appreciate that. You're letting them kind of operate, but at the same time, we're not really happy with you. But yeah, like I said, he's Tepper has taken a step back, so at least there's that. Yeah, it would be nice if we could have. Well, I mean, technically, last time we had the Packers coming to Charlotte, because that was Bryce Young's breakout game in his break beast that game. No, you never know. You never know. No, you never know. You never know. I made my win probability go from 49 to 99. LOL. There you go. Will FSU football going to beat Wake Forest or not? Nah, FSU's bad. Wake Forest is actually, it's not bad. It's a tough football team, and FSU is on a downward spiral. So I would go with Wake Forest because FSU is on a downward spiral, and it's getting bad. It's getting really bad at FSU. Florida State's probably going to fire Mike Norvell, and that's going to be another one in this huge. The fact that you have LSU, Florida, Penn State, Arkansas, with Arkansas and all the NIL money. Not to mention all the other teams that could potentially even be, opening up. if Florida State's open, if other teams are open. Like, I'm an Auburn fan. I don't want Hugh Freeze to be the head coach. At the same time, at this point, we're either fourth or fifth as far as the best job available. So we're not going to have the best pickings. And if Florida State loses their head coach, drop us down. He seemed okay. Like I said, I mean, he kind of yelled, but I guess he's okay. But still, that was so. Quick throw to Rasheed Rice, gets about 3 yards to about the 38-yard line. Fourth down, 3 minutes lurking since my buddy wanted to get before the Monday Night Football game or game 3 is over. Oh yeah, how is game 3 going there, W? My friend Luke, who like I said, some of y'all have heard from. He had Boswell, and a bunch of times Boswell legitimately won him games, and I'm like, I'm not letting you have that. So return by Lane, he gets up to the 20-yard line, gains about 10 yards in the return. 2:16 left to go in the fourth quarter, still 20-7. But the Commanders developed 3 timeouts, so they can be able to get a score. Hopefully. Let's see here. Will Clemson football going to beat Duke? Duke is solid. Clemson is not. Clemson is starting. Who's the person starting? They're not starting K. Klubnik, I don't think. K. Klubnik fell off, but also I didn't believe in him, but like so many people did. I don't know. I don't know why a lot of people did, but try to get a screen pass to Krosky Merritt. For some reason, they showed it at the very last second, but let's go with Manny Diaz. Let's see if Manny Diaz can take Duke to pre-yard line. That's going to be Zach Ertz down by 21. So not great. Not great. I just want the Commanders to score a touchdown so I can potentially get points. I'm trying to think of what my opponents had. I know as well. And if you get the closest score, you get the exact score right. Not only do you get 2 additional points for the closest score, but you get 2 points on top of that for getting the correct score. So the chance you could have a 5-point swing if you get the correct things. Like I said, it makes it fun. It makes it where you can be able to gain more points, especially if you start kind of falling behind, or if you miss a week because you totally forget, you can be able to try to gain some more points back. But yeah, I'm in third, and every single pick'ems, I finished in second. Let's see, Parker, will Indiana football beat Maryland? Yes. So they're a very good, really good facilitator. And I don't want that to come across as being bad, but I think because he's a good facilitator, when they're able to run the ball, control the game, when they're able to get up by a bit because their defense is good as well, they're able to really establish a run game and pretty much just run away with it. And that's why they're not going to ask that much of Mendoza. But if they have to, I feel like their wide receivers are talented enough. There's not a huge star, but they're talented enough to be able to get open for Mendoza to find them and be able to move the chains. And I think that's basically how Indiana operates. So as long as they don't have to come from behind, then I feel confident enough in them. Throws them a prayer because it said it's a pick, but it doesn't really matter. So offside, so it doesn't really matter. So don't injure yourself. So it'll be first down 10 for the Commanders. 1:52 left to go in the fourth. Parker, will Georgia Tech football beat NC State? I hope so. I want Georgia Tech to make it to the College Football Playoff. I don't care how they do it. I just want them to make it in. Because I want there to be some way, somehow, that Georgia Tech and Vandy make the playoff. Because that would be wild. That would be wild. In the wild. No, I'm sorry. It would be amazing if that happens. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Something's going to happen. It's going to crush my dreams of having 2 smart schools. But we can always dream. A check down to McNichols gets about 9 yards to play. second down and 1 for the 39-yard line. But yeah, like I'm still picking Georgia Tech to win. I think Georgia Tech stays undefeated until they play Georgia. Make it to ACC championship game. We never know. Marcus Mariota rolls out and is going to get the first down, but he stays in bounds. However, the fumble happened. So the clock is still continue to run. 119. Let's see. Parker, will Tennessee football going to be Oklahoma or not? Dude, Oklahoma, like, they cannot run the ball outside of John Mateer. And that is their Achilles heel on offense. John Mateer also has some bad passes. Like, I'm not going to lie, he has some bad passes in that Ole Miss game. But their defensive line is very talented. So I think they'll be able to get after Tennessee. However, I'm going to go Tennessee with this one. Handoff. That's going to be a first down to about the 42-yard line. 43 seconds remain. Clock continues to wind down. So they kind of just gave up. But yeah, like I said, I would say that Tennessee is able to beat Oklahoma once again. Tennessee's offense is very explosive. I think, though, like I said, Oklahoma has a really good defense. In my mind, I just think that pick that game's in. So pick by who is that? Who is 43? Who is 43? I don't know who this guy is. Oh, Cochran, the one who keeps on getting flagged for holding on special teams. He got himself a pick. But yeah, I would say that Tennessee is going to win against Oklahoma. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, the director, if you're still listening. There's going to be a lot of conversation about is Brett Venables going to be the guy, because this is supposed to be a really good year. Yes, you have a very difficult schedule, but like, man, like it's like. So first down 10 for the Chiefs. 12 seconds left. Just gonna kneel it out. So it'll be 28-7 final score. But yeah, I don't. I wanted to believe in Oklahoma. I really did. But with the rest of the schedule they have, I don't think there's a chance that Oklahoma can, make the playoffs. I want to believe. I want to believe they can. But I can't. Will South Carolina football beat Ole Miss? South Carolina was able to kind of fluster Alabama last week. I think Alabama has a better offense than Ole Miss. I will say that. So I think there's a chance to be closer than expected. At the same time, I mean, this is also one of those games that Lane seems to lose. So, see, like, I want to pick Ole Miss. I do. At the same exact time, this is set up the same exact way that Lane always loses these kind of games, and it's near the end. It's near the end of the season, or you're supposed to be going on a stretch. You're favored. You shouldn't lose, but you find something to lose, and that's what I'm concerned about. I'm going with Ole Miss. I don't feel great about it. Because I think there's a chance they can be upset, because, like I said, it's what happens. Last year was Florida. There should have been no reason that Ole Miss should have lost to Florida, but Jackson Dart played an absolutely awful game. So, Parker, will Missouri football beat Texas A&M? No. I'm sorry, Parker, but Yeah, no. You've got quite literally your starting quarterback is out for the season. Um, I love your running back, but you're going against Texas A&M, who it would be it would be one of those games that they would lose as well because I said this is Texas A&M has the clearest path to make it back to well, not make it back, but make it finally to the SEC championship game. They never made it there. They haven't made it to the playoffs. So it would be one of those things that, like, yeah, maybe. But I would say that Texas A&M should win this one. Should win against Missouri. Sorry, like I said, if Herbulo was playing, I could feel a little more confident that maybe you could pull it off. But without, I just don't think so. Can it's just one of those things where like I I don't think it's this one. Now South Carolina one, that one is kind of caused me some problems. I really do think this is it's one of those games where South Carolina uh, could really throw a wrench in Ole Miss's plans. Because right now Ole Miss is on a tear, and they are potentially um, could make the SEC championship game if things go their way. If things go their way, there is a world out there that Texas A&M and Ole Miss make the SEC championship game for the first time. Do I think it'll happen? No, but it could. It could. Uh, Dobie, hold on a second. What was the what's the score to game three? Or is it tomorrow? Oh, it's today. It's today, right? Yeah, it should be today. It is. Not showing me a score. Come on. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to see what the score is. MLB. Oh, it's 5-5 at the top of the eighth. Hold on a second. Let's move it to that. This game's over. Hold on a second. Let's move it to that. What? Do I not have it? Hold on a second. What is it on? God damn it. What's it on? Oh, it's on Fox? Dadgummit, I don't have Fox. Crap. Alright, well, unfortunately, I cannot watch it because I don't have Fox. Well, that sucks. Alright, well, it's what it is. Alright, well, I'm hoping the Blue Jays win. Like, it's to be nice for we not having a back-to-back champion. Also for the Blue Jays to be able to win because, like I said, their journey. Um, but yeah, this game was pretty much goodness gracious, pure domination by the Chiefs. Didn't start off that way. It was pretty clearly, it was pretty clearly, um, you know, both sides were able to move the ball down the field, and then turnovers on downs until the Chiefs broke that streak. The Commanders had a shot near the end of the first half. However, their um, their cube their right guard was stupid, to say the least. And like I said, after that point, it was just kind of just all Chiefs. So I hate that for him. Like I said, the Commanders fall to 3-5. Chiefs are now 5-3. Yeah, 5-3. So they are. They still lost the Chargers, right? Yeah, they lost the Chargers for her first game of the season. So they're technically in third place. Technically in third place of the division, but they're low. They're further on the gap. If the World Series goes to 6 games, this will be the first season that a season started and ended outside the United States. Hmm, interesting. I didn't know that. I hope, like I said, it'd be fun to have a team that struggled beat the team that was supposed to win it. Like I said, I don't know much about baseball, but I know at the very beginning, everyone was saying we shouldn't even play the game. Dodgers are going to win this one easily, and they didn't. So that's part of it is be good for storyline for the actual league is hey, you have to play to win the game. Yeah, the Dodgers have all this much talent, but at the same time, you got to play to win the game. And if the Blue Jays win it, then like I said, there's still some kind of parity because at the same time, it's not the Dodgers winning it back to back. Because if the Dodgers win it back to back, then the whole entire season next year will be about can they three-peat. And I don't think a lot of people want to be talking, you know. So I don't know. I am hoping. Let's see what time is it. Oh, it's not too bad. I can give you some. I should give you some good. Oh wow! Someone said, "What is that? Feed or freed rice?" So but football. Um, I'm right now in the process of finishing up the script for, and yeah. So I'm gonna try to get that out on Wednesday. Is my plan. I plan to try to get that on Wednesday. Just barely edged out a win. 126.64 to 125.4. So very thankful. Skitty didn't start. That's the name is Skitty. Didn't start Waddle or Boswell, and that none of the KC trio got one more point. My two leagues that are still good are 5-3 and 7-1. That's nice, at least. That is nice. That is nice. I'm either near the lead or middle of the pack right now, but my dominance this week is going to lead me to be at least fourth, I think. At least fourth in the league that I really care about because it's the league that's most competitive. I think it's going to do me. I said I'll be back on Thursday. I'll try to get a video. I'll try to get the video on Wednesday because I should be able to have enough time. So thank you so much for joining.